Hey, what's up YouTube? You are watching Ready Set Drone, and first of all I'd like to say today's episode is dedicated to our fans and friends over in Norway. And the reason is because today I have my brother-in-law Jonah, who lives in California but is originally from Norway. What are we going to do today, Jonah?
I dag skal vi prøve å fly disse to flyene her, to Formis, et lite fly som vel egnet for 3D, og et litt større fly som mer sakte flyene, og som egnet for FPV.
Ja, ich snakke ikke jorsk. Ja, ich snakke ikke norsk.
That's good.
All right, so what do we got here, Jonah?
So we got two different planes, both comes with remote controls. The smallest one comes with a small remote control, has a little display, 4 channels, pretty basic 2.4 gigahertz.
And these were both provided by GearBest. Thank you, GearBest. I'll put a link in the description if you want to buy either of them from GearBest. And they're also made by XK, which I've had some XK stuff before. It's pretty decent quality. You know, these are, I would say this is kind of a high-end toy remote, and that's definitely a toy remote. You mentioned that one might be good for 3D flight?
Yes, that's right. So this plane has a 3D mode. We haven't tried it yet, but we'll see in a bit how it's able to fly and how stable it is and what it's capable of doing.
And this one, as Jonah said, is probably capable of pretty slow flight because of the long wings, and it's also it's got a pusher in the back, so it's a different kind of propeller setup than a normal one. Which also, actually, I think it's going to be good if you crash, because it probably won't damage the motor as much because it's not, you know, right in the front of it. The other thing I was going to say about this is it does have an FPV setup that you can put on it. It says so on the box. I haven't tried it, but if you wanted to fly an FPV plane, I might actually do that with this one if I get good at it. By the way, Jonah lives in California. He belongs to several flying clubs out there, and he actually flies RC jets. So he is a pretty capable pilot, although he hasn't promised me any results today. They're here visiting us for Christmas, and so we thought we'd come out and give it a flight. So let's take, what do you want to do, that one first?
Yeah, let's start with this one.
Okay, we're going to start with the 3D plane and see how it goes.
I'm going to start turning on the radio to make sure the radio is transmitting. We can see the nice display showing the status on the radio. You'll see the rudder turning when I'm moving it. I'm going to put the radio down, no throttle, and I'm going to hook up the batteries for it. And the cover has small magnets here, so it stays on easily and it's easy to clip it on. So let's connect the battery and see if we can get something going.
And you might mention, or I'll mention, that this thing came fully assembled. You just put the landing gear on, right?
Yes, only put on landing gear. So battery is in. Let's clip it on. That should be it. Yeah, so this plane comes with a predefined self-leveling software. So we can see on the rudder and the aileron they're moving when you're moving it. So it should be self-stabilizing. The manual tells us to do self-leveling, both sticks in the lower corners, and it will auto self-level.
So that kind of centers all your control surfaces?
Exactly.
That's the point? Okay. All right. So what do you think? Do you want to try and take it off hand launch, or do you want to try and take it off from the dirt? Or?
I think we need to try the hand launch it.
Okay.
With a lot of variety. The elevator is a tiny bit better.
You want to land it and trim it real quick?
The battery hatch popped off during the landing, but just pop it back on and it's fine. 3D mode flight. When plane is in position, by pressing aileron joystick to change to 6G mode, plane will be get back to the stable position. Well, this is worse English than mine. Let's see if I'm able to do this.
Want me to hold it and put the camera down?
Let's see. Oh, it's done. So it should be less aggressive on elevator. Let's try that.
Okay.
You want to send it out?
Yeah.
I don't think I can even get it.
Can you fly it any slower?
See how it's jumping because it's barely touching the
Fast. That was cool. You bring it close by? Nice landing. What do you think?
The thing is, it might be remote. When I'm moving the elevator, I have to move like quarter before it actually starts doing anything.
Oh, so it's like a bit of a delay.
Yeah, and when we finally move it, it jumps really a lot.
I see. So it doesn't have a fine amount of...
No, it is almost on and off.
What's your overall impression of this plane?
Overall impression, it is a plane that's not for beginners. If you're getting used to it, you can have some fun with it. But at the same time, for people that have the experience, they might be thinking something else where they can use the radio they have from before.
I see what you mean about the elevator.
Yeah.
Did you get that?
I did not get it. I get your face.
All right, Kelly's in the air for 30 seconds and boom. Into the
I think you
fence.
made 15.
15 seconds. Oh, crap. Yeah. Oh, goodness. That's a former airplane. Ah, dang it. Well, I'm glad you flew first.
Let's continue like that.
All right.
You ready?
Yep, go for it.
All right, so we're gonna start with this remote. Turn it on. We'll see we have a display that shows some inputs from your sticks. Nice looking toy remote. Let's take off the hatch. It's clip mount in front and a small locking mechanism in the back. So it's fine. Putting battery in, plug it in. Battery goes down with Velcro. Put it back on. Let's check all control surfaces. Elevator's working fine. Aileron's working fine. Rudder's working fine. We can actually have some mixing to the rudder pre-built into the system. And a pusher propeller. It'll be fun to try it.
Have you flown a pusher before?
I have.
Yeah, okay. Is it a different flight characteristic?
So a tiny bit that's not helping you. It's not pulling out of turns like a propeller will do. Front propeller.
Okay.
You ready?
You guys ready? We have our audience over here, by the way.
very stable.
So is this one self-leveling?
Yes. This is extremely trimmed upwards. Let me see, trim it down a bit. It's almost, the gyro is so oversensitive, it's almost impossible to control yourself, because the gyro will control it more than you.
Can you bring it by close? Fly it over us? Hey, nice landing.
That was
Did you mean to?
What?
Did you mean to land it?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
So the experience was that this was going way up, and that there's a sign that's tail heavy. So we're gonna move the battery more forward. And move the battery all the way front. See if that will help balancing out better. Alright, let's get it back up in the air. You ready to throw it?
Oh, yeah. So that was a testament to its strength, though.
Yes, but the other wing is not in fully either. Oh, there it's in. Make sure they are fully in, because if they're not fully in, there's no connection on that.
Okay, go for it.
That's it?
That's not going on video. No. Oh yeah, it is. For sure. All right, so it's Norwegians 2, American 0 today. Jonah flew both these things for quite a while. I flew them both for a little while, and I managed to destroy them both. But he thinks there's hope for that one.
I think this is something you can fly. If you're a beginner, it has a much better stabilization system than the small one. Fly this one. When you launch it, one thing we experienced because of the motor being mounted high, don't launch at full power, because then you will nosedive. Launch at half power, just let it glide, and it will actually turn out pretty well. It works fine slow flying, but still I prefer something with a real remote and not a toy.
Yeah, but again, we had some fun. We definitely were interested in seeing what we could do, and I believe I got some really cool drone shots of that from the air, so I'm kind of excited. So what do you want to say to our Norwegian friends out there?
Gå og kjøp noe som kan fly. Det blir gøy enten du krasjer eller ei.
Okay, will someone translate that in the comments for me, please? Because I'm sure he just called me a doofus. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And if you really want to go crazy, you can join the flight crew, the Ready Set Drone flight crew, by hitting join in the description below. And any other final words here, Jonah?
Ja. Dersom han sier han fløy 30 sekunder, så er det løgn. Han klarte maks 15.
What he said.